Hello fish on viewers. Today I'm going to be changing the anodes in my engines. I've had my boat since 2013 and I don't know if the anodes have ever been changed. I hadn't changed them, and when I took it to the shop, I don't know if they changed them or not. It didn't say that they did. So I'm going to change those today. Fairly simple job. You have 3 anodes for the Yamaha F-150 and the part number on that is 67F-11325-01. You're going to have 3 of these, and you're also going to have these little grommets. Going to have 3 of these as well. Part number is 67F-11328-00. So with those, you'll be able to change all 3 anodes in your cylinder head. Let's get to that at this time. All right, a couple of things we're going to need besides our anodes and our grommets here. We're going to need a socket wrench, this extension to get the 2 anodes by the spark plugs. You really don't need this one. I just had it out here just in case. You really don't need a small one. If you want to bring that one out, you can if you have that. You're going to need a 12mm socket, a 10mm socket, and I use these needle nose pliers to get the anode out of the engine block where the spark plugs are. And if you want, you can use your trusty Black & Decker. I use that sometimes to get this screw out, but I never use it to tighten the screws up. Okay, we have one here. We have one here in between the 3rd and 4th spark plug. And the 3rd one is located here. So those are your 3 anodes. Okay, at this time we're going to use our 12mm socket and our ratchet, and we're going to take this screw right here off. All right, here we go. Very easily came out. It didn't take a lot of pressure to get it off. By the way, I spray my engine down with corrosion block, and my engine's 5 years old almost now, and it still looks pretty doggone good. I mean, look at that screw, if you can see that. Now that looks great. Okay, I'm going to take the anode out. Just twist a little bit just to break the seal. And you should be able to pull it out by hand sometimes. Let's see if I can get it out. There we go. And that's what it looks like. There's your anode, and there's the rubber grommet that we're going to be replacing. This rubber grommet looks pretty good, and that anode doesn't look that bad neither. But because we're doing preventive maintenance, we're going to go ahead and change this out. It's cheap insurance. I'm using those same needle nose pliers to hold the anode so I can take it off. Other pliers may be better for this, but you know, this is what I have for right now. I could go get some more, but just trying to make this happen fast for you. Okay, and all I'm doing is I'm using my small ratchet with a 10mm socket, and I'm just taking it right on off. As you can see, it twists right off. And that's what it looks like. Okay, now we're going to put the new anode on. As you can see, there's the new one. There's the old one. So it's not, the old one's not that bad, but we're going to change it out anyway. And all you're doing is put it inside here. Get the thread started. Twist it on. I'm going to hold it with my needle nose pliers again. And using my socket, I'm just going to tighten it up. And there we go. Okay, so that's ready to be put back in. Okay, there's times when you can put your little bead of grease around there. Very, very small amount. Don't put a lot of grease on there, but you want it to seep back in there nice and neat without getting stuck. Okay, let's put it back on the boat. Okay, now we're going to put the anode back into the engine here. All we're doing is making sure it seats properly. As you can see, that went in very, very easily. And we're gonna just tighten this back down. As tight as I can by hand first, and then I'm gonna use my ratchet. Now remember, this wasn't extremely tight. You can see when I took it off, it didn't take that much pressure to take it off. And that's it. That's changing that one anode out right there. You can see how fast it is. It doesn't take long at all. Easy preventive maintenance. So now we're going to do the other two anodes over by the spark plugs. Okay, fish on viewers, now we're going to put this last anode in the bottom. See if we can get the gasket to seat, and there we go. Now we'll put in the screw. Or bolt. Tighten her down by hand. Okay, and then I get my ratchet. And tighten it on down. Careful when you tighten it, you don't want to over tighten it. Okay, but you don't want it to be incredibly loose either. Okay, now we got that spark plug wire. I'm going to put that spark plug wire back on that number 3 spark plug. Snaps right in. Make sure all of our wires are connected like they should be. Like so. Nice and neat. Everything's looking good. Do it once over on the engine. Now we're going to put the cover back on. Everything's good. Now we're going to put the cowling back on. Snap her down. And we are done. Very easy job. Anyone can do it. Save yourself some money, gents and young ladies, and do it yourself.